What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Raga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the week of October 4th through October 10th. I hope you guys all had a great week last week. I had a pretty good week. There was some friction though, as the reading told us, and it wasn't that severe. I think maybe because of the tarot reading, I was able to keep my mind focused, keep my mind on more positive things, and not focus on the friction. So, again, the reading worked out for me. I hope it worked out for you. And we're going to do another one today. And look at this. I got some Aquamarines. Oh, baby. I have just come into a shipment of Aquamarine, and I am loving it. I've worked with Aquamarine before. In fact, I've had... Look at this one. This is my personal piece that I've been using. These are all from Pakistan, from the Nagar Valley. And I just wanted to share it with you, show it with you, because I've got a lot, and I've got all price points. So, shameless plug. If you want Aquamarine, I'm the guy. I've got some cheap ones, I've got some expensive ones, just let me know. Aquamarine is fantastic. It's a blue barrel. It's fantastic for meditation because it brings you to this really peaceful place. Really, so it gets you into a meditative state very quickly. And that's why I like it so much. We'll just set them aside for now. Let's put them over here. Anyway, that's enough stalling. You can read up on Aquamarine if you want, if you don't know about it. Alright, today we're going to be using the Wizard's Tarot, and we're going to be doing something that I don't recommend. I have not used this deck before, okay? I use it I've done like 3 readings for myself, that's it. So I don't recommend using a tarot deck, especially when you're reading for other people that you're not familiar with. But, I saw this deck review on Tara from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. On her channel, and I saw it immediately. I knew that I had to work with this deck, and I don't buy a lot of tarot decks these days, but I had to run out and buy this one because it just resonated so well. But it's a Rider-Waite-Smith kind of clone-ish deck, so we shouldn't have too many problems. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into the reading. First, let's do this. Got a little shaky there. All right. I'm centered. The first card we're going to look at is this one. It represents the overall energy of this upcoming week. What energy we can expect to feel, to experience. We've got the Queen of Cups. So give me a moment with this card. All right. The message I'm getting from this card is that... I don't know. I think a lot of us are going to feel fed up this week. We're going to feel like, that's it. I've reached my emotional tolerance for what's going on. Okay? And again, every week I say this. Every week I mean it. This is a general reading. Take what works for you. Leave the rest. This is not going to apply to everyone in the same way. For some of you, this is going to be subtle. For some of you, this is going to be drastic. But the feeling I'm getting is just being upset. Not upset, but like fed up with the emotions that you're feeling. And I think this has a lot to do with probably the current energies of the planets and of the solar system. Yes, of course, because we're living in a chaotic time where, every day there's a new news headline that we can't be sure is accurate, and we have to question it. And it's crazy right now. Leading up to this election, it's been nuts. And I feel this myself. It's just like, I'm checking out. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And that's the kind of the feeling I'm getting from this week. It's just like, ugh, I'm going to be over here. You guys do whatever you're gonna do over there. This is just like, I'm done. I'm checking out. I'm taking my ball. I'm going home. Okay, that's just kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this week. Just the energy of this week. And like I say, this probably has a lot to do with society, especially if you're in America. It's getting crazy right now, and I don't blame you if you feel like checking out. But as light workers, we don't have that luxury, right? We have to stay in this fight, I guess you would call it. It's not to call it a fight. It's not a fight. It's more like a apocalyptic battle. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see what these other cards have to say. This card represents what you need to hold on to this upcoming week, what you can focus on, what you need to make your priorities. And we've got the Two of Swords. Give me a moment with this card. This is not your Rider-Waite-Smith Two of Swords, is it? Give me a moment here. Okay, cool. Wow. This is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone deck. Not a clone, but it's, based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And I've so far gotten just opposite of book meaning messages. This is weird, right? Anyway, the message I'm getting here is focus on your craft this week. Focus on what you're good at. Focus on what you want to grow. Focus on yourself is kind of the general feeling that I'm getting, right? We're all skilled in some way, and we all need to hone those skills and practice those skills so that we can reach mastery. And once we reach mastery, we need to go further, so there's no end to it, really. But I think what this card is saying is that this week is a week to focus on you. Yes, there's a lot of things going on in the world that make you cringe, make you roll your eyes, make you upset, sad, depressed, angry, whatever it is, but we can't focus on that because that's what it's intended to do. It's intended to take you off your path. All of these things that the news is spewing, right? None of it's true. All of it's got an agenda behind it, so why tune into that sort of thing? I think this week we need to be focusing on ourselves. We need to be focusing on our craft, honing our skills. What are you good at? And what can you really practice this week to make yourself better at it? I think that's kind of what this card is saying. She's training, right? Look at this. Is not the usual Two of Swords. She's not thinking about which way to go. She's training for something. Something's coming, guys. Something big is coming, and we need to train for it. So hone your skills this week. Practice your skills. Focus on your skills as much as you possibly can. And I think that's going to help you to get out of this energy of just like, I'm so fed up with this nonsense. So let's move on to this last card here, which represents what to let go of, what to avoid, what not to do. You get the idea. And we've got the Knight of Swords. Let me see if I can fix this lighting. It's a little better, isn't it? Okay. It's a lot better. Okay, Knight of Swords. Give me a moment with this card. Oh yeah, easy message here. Don't go on the attack. Right, it's so easy to let the ego take over, right? We hear these things in the news or on social media about the current events, right? And then we find someone to attack for it. Someone's always got a different opinion, and we look for that person so that we can have an argument or a discussion or whatever it is, right? We want to impose our beliefs on other people, right? Whether it's Republican versus Democrats, Proud Boys versus Antifa, I don't know, whatever, cops versus minorities, whatever the flavor of the week is. I think this card is saying don't get involved in those ego battles. They're not going to serve you. They're not going to help you, and it's just taking you off the path. So I think what this card is really saying is let's not attack people this week, right? Just because they're different, just because they think something different than you, doesn't mean they're wrong. It doesn't mean that they're wacko. It doesn't mean that they don't know what's going on. It just have a different perspective, and you have to let that be, okay? You're not going to change their perspective. You haven't walked in their shoes. You don't know where they've been, right? So I think that's kind of the message for this card is focus on yourself. And I think that's the message for the whole reading this week. This week, we really should be focusing on you. Don't let the outside energies affect you, right? Maintain your center, maintain your focus, keep your perspective on what you need to do to improve rather than what's going on in the world, because it just seems like people are going to be fed up with everything this week. Okay? It's a lot going on. All right, does that make sense? Let's do a very quick Oracle card reading. Since Tara from Kittens, Weights, and Tarot put me onto the Wizards Tarot, we're going to use her Oracle deck. This is called the Wally's World Oracle, and we're just going to ask it what we need to know about this upcoming week, just like a general message. And if you don't know about Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, you can go check out her YouTube channel and also her website and also her Etsy shop and also her mystery school coming online this month. I will talk more about that as we get closer. But anyway, this is just the overall message for this upcoming week for people who are visiting my YouTube channel. All right, and we've got number 28. Give me a moment with this card. Yeah, interesting. The feeling I'm getting from this card, I'll tell you how I read this intuitively, since this was interesting. I'll use my Scarlet Temple Lemurian here to point. The way I read this card is that there's a lot going on in the world, right? And that, to me, was represented by this huge museum. Like, it's huge. You can't see it all. It's just bigger than your imagination can even conceptualize. And you're just here touring it. You're just a little part of this museum, and all you can focus on is you, right? You're not going to see the whole museum. You're not going to change any of the exhibits, right? They're just there. Okay? You got to focus on you and what you're doing. You're not going to influence the world, guys. You're not going to change the world by, holding on to negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, right? You're going to change the world by changing yourself. And that is what this card is saying. You change your exterior by changing yourself. You're not going to... This museum is never going to change because you want it to, right? This museum is going to change because you've changed, if that makes any sense, right? You can't change the world, guys. You can change yourself. There we go. So that is the reading for this week. I hope you got something out of that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great week coming up. And again, I can't say thank you enough to all the comments and all the interactions on this video. I know not a lot of people watch it. That's fine. I don't care. I don't want big numbers. What I want is people to benefit from these videos, and your comments let me know that you did, and I appreciate it. So thank you so much. I want to wish you a great week, and leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.